Welcome to This Is the Day. I'm Drew Crisp.
And I'm Bo Chansey.
That's right. That's right.
Monday edition there.
Monday.
Drewski.
Yes.
The Drewsker.
The Drewsker.
I think with that stash, you got to have a nickname. You can't, and something with in front of it.
And you, Drewsker.
The Drewsker.
Well, I mustache you a question.
No,
Are you ready to have a good day?
No.
Are you ready to have a good day? I'm ready.
No.
Bo, it was, I had to shave, right? I had to shave, and I was like, you know what? I'm going for it. And every time I do this, I always get harsh feedback from Caliente.
Okay.
No, don't do that.
She doesn't enjoy it?
She doesn't enjoy it. She doesn't think it looks good.
No?
I had for a while, it kind of came down. She says it's way better if you kind of just bring it up. The Fu Manchu does not work for me, apparently. But if I bring it up, it's okay. Yeah.
Well, I got to tell you, I was of the opinion, I had a working hypothesis, okay? And I had postured this, that more hair covering your face would help.
Yes.
But I'll admit I was wrong.
I was wrong.
Clearly wrong.
Yes.
I don't care.
I feel like you with a mustache would work for me.
I would have the scraggliest, saddest, like middle school. Yeah.
Yeah, all right. We're getting there.
Yeah. That's right.
Hey, you got a little. No.
That's
sorry.
mustache.
Oh man. Yep. But something I've learned from you, a lesson is you just don't do it ironically. Like, if you're going to step into it, step into it.
Oh yeah, do it.
And just do it. So I'm trying.
No apologies.
I'm trying.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, there's too much of that going on. Yeah. So since I can't have one. I've never had one. But I've always been curious. Do you store little things in there? You got particles?
You know, about halfway through the day, you start smelling. You start smelling something. You're like, all right, maybe I need to kind of do a little wash. Yeah, things get stuck. I mean, again, I'm not a beardologist. I'm sure those men with beards could speak way more intelligently and have way more tails than I do. But yeah, occasionally things do get stuck up in the stash.
Well, see, that's the thing.
Yeah.
That's why it's called a stash.
It's a free show. There's no paywall. It's a free show.
You're stashing things.
You're stashing.
There. You're welcome.
You're stashing.
That's why it's called a stash.
That's why it's called a stash.
And if you have one, you must stash.
You must stash. Oh, do you need a toothpick? Here you go. I stashed one. All right.
No, this isn't for aesthetic purposes. It has function.
It's functioning. It's like my coin purse. This is my coin purse.
Okay. There it is.
There it is.
You got me to giggle. That's no small feat there.
Oh, man.
Drewsker.
Yeah, Drewsker. I like it.
All right, you want to do a verse of the day?
Absolutely.
All right, it's one of my favorites, John 14, verse 2.
Okay.
Jesus says, "My Father's house has many rooms. If that were not so, would I have told you that I'm going there to prepare a place for you?" Read it again. "My Father's house has many rooms. If that were not so, would I have told you that I'm going there to prepare a place for you?"
Okay. Yep.
Buddy boy, what jumps out at you?
What jumps out, just because I've heard you recently preach at our outpost location, you preached a message and talked about the wedding language, Jesus and wedding language. And so prepare a place for you, this going to prepare in the Father's house, like this would actually happen in their culture. And so my mind goes to that space, thinking through kind of what you had mentioned about that. That Jesus actually was referring to maybe something that was within the cultural custom at the time, something that would happen.
Oh, yeah, very, very normative. They would have made the immediate connection, or I don't think we probably wouldn't have had any ability not to make the connection, because he was just speaking pretty plainly at that point. That the way that essentially worked was when you had a betrothal So in Jewish wedding customs, you would have a betrothal where essentially it's agreed upon that, this is a good match. These families do line up. Traditionally, most of the time, at least as over time evolved, the woman would have a say in this, and the groom as well. But if the families agreed, you would have like an engagement party, a betrothal party, and at some point the groom would take a cup and make a proposal.
Yeah.
And he would say, take this cup, and if you drink from it, then I promise to be yours, and you're mine. And so if she took the cup, and drank from it, then everybody would cheer, and because she said yes. And at that point, they were legally married. Now you're going to have a wedding ceremony later, but that wedding ceremony, there's a period, oftentimes like a year, but it was not a predetermined time frame. The father of the groom would determine when the addition that he built onto the family home was ready, because it was the father's house. And so then the father would say, okay, now it's ready, you can go get your bride. And then they would go, and so he would say something like, I got a lot of room, we have room.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go get a place ready for you. We're gonna do this, and we'll make a family. And so like a lot of the parables Jesus was telling were using language like this. Like, he talks about, the being the bride and not knowing when the bridegroom would return, but to be ready and to be watching and waiting. And so this was all language that they would have understood.
Yeah. It's a big, big house, lots and lots of room. Yeah.
Yeah.
It makes you think of that song. Yeah.
Audio Adrenaline?
I think so.
Okay, we're the only two people.
Only two, sorry. Yeah, so this is such a good idea that, and in the reference, like at that time, Jesus is saying, like, there's space for you. There's room for you. I know, we have that phrase here, no matter who you are, what you've done, what's been done to you, like, you belong to Jesus, to his family.
Yeah.
And so I think.
And I think that's the beauty of it, too. There's a room in the Father's house.
Yep.
That's where, like, a lot of this, so this got, I don't get into, like, saying mistranslated and all that kind of stuff, because, anytime we're reading a translation, there's some faith that says, okay, God was involved in this, and the Holy Spirit was working through it. And so I'm just glad that we have, the scriptures in our language to read, and I'm very thankful for that. But this kind of mentality of, mansions, like, I'm going to have a mansion.
Yeah.
And it paints a weird picture of heaven, like where's my mansion gonna be? And it's my mansion. What do I want my mansion to look like? And I can remember having conversations, like, well, okay, I'm gonna want, a golf course in my backyard in the mountains, but in my front yard, I'm gonna want ocean view, with the waves crashing. And it's like,
does my mansion come with like landscaper? Because am I gonna have to do all?
No,
this?
you have to do anything. No, it's your mansion.
Okay, like a cleaning crew.
Yeah, this is your dream house, right?
Is that their hell? Like, is that? I don't know. What's that?
It's so bizarre.
Yeah. Okay.
But it became like this mindset. They get like, well, what's my mansion gonna be like? And it's like, whoa, what a perverted. Just absolutely perverted view of heaven. That really the heaven is being in the presence of God. And there's not a mansion down the street or in another neighborhood or even something in the lot next door. It is a room in his house and a seat at his table. And, some might go, oh, well, never mind.
Okay.
That's I was kind of in for the mansion thing. It's like a timeshare deal. Like, no, I'm in for the mansion, not the room. But
it's when you go to like a bed and breakfast and you have to like eat with the people and you're just like, okay, well, I don't know about this.
But yeah, it's exactly right. So heaven is this. There's no more relational barriers,
right,
that are present because the glory of God has removed, all sin, and it has been, burned away by His glory. And so now there's no relational disconnect between us and God, but also between one another.
Yeah.
And so it really is, a beautiful expression of family. And it's hard to fathom, but once we start thinking in those terms, I think at least we're moving in the right direction.
Yeah.
Instead of, trying to sell people on, this imaginary, Disneyland in the sky. That's exactly what you want,
Yeah. I like that you said mountains, like in the backyard with enough greenery space to do a golf course.
Oh, yeah.
But then ocean in the front.
I wish I was making it up.
Yeah.
I wish I made that up on the spot. Unfortunately, I can't tell you how many Bible studies devolved into some version of something like that. You know? It's like, oh.
Are all the streets gold? Because I like a good cobblestone look, you know?
Gold cobblestone.
Oh, okay. I can have gold
with
cobblestone.
ruby, insets. I don't know.
But then there's the curmudgeon, right? Always the curmudgeon who's like, I don't know. I mean, I'm good with just a chair. This chair is all I need. You got to push Gary to talk a little bit more, you know?
Come on, Gary. How's God going to know what to build for you if you don't tell him?
He's preparing a place right now.
He's not going to know unless you draw up the blueprints.
I just need a good vapor shield so it doesn't flood in the bottom. All right.
Okay. You're weird.
I know, sorry. But Gary's more concerned with like the practical things, you know?
Okay.
Just make sure you got a good seal on my perimeter so no bugs get in. That's all I'm concerned. Like Gary's no bugs. It's fine. It's heaven.
I feel like that's the stash talking.
The stash is coming out. That's Drewsker. Drewsker is talking.
Drewsker. Yeah. Okay. All right. Anyway, John 14. It's good stuff.
Yep.
Not so good. But we take the good, the bad with the good. There's some give and take here. It's life. That's how it goes. We've got this calendar page that we have somehow become committed to.
Yeah.
Isn't that weird how that happens?
Yeah.
Like things you don't enjoy, things that really offer you no value, but you're committed to them and you continue to do them.
Yes.
Yeah. We're just living examples of that for you right here on This Is the Day.
Yeah.
With this calendar page, Drewsker. Let's put it up. I'm going to describe it.
Yeah.
We have a pineapple with arms and legs.
With arms and legs.
And it says log out, shut down, do yoga.
So it's commanding us to log out, shut down, do yoga.
I don't even know what it means.
What does that mean?
I don't know. Like is it talking about like log out of what?
Right.
Is this targeting, for instance, lumberjacks?
There we go.
And the season's over.
Yeah.
It's time to log out.
You gotta log out.
You gotta. The timber has fell.
Yeah.
Now you gotta log out.
Log out. I think the last, the last one they put on the truck, that's what they all say.
Scream log
They
out.
all log out. Log out!
Log out.
No, they're done.
Yeah.
But here's the deal. If I shut down, I'm not doing yoga. If I shut down, I'm not gonna okay, now let's get into stretch. Last time I did yoga, I pulled a rib. Couldn't breathe for 3 days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I totally believe that.
It's a true story.
Did you say you pulled a rib?
I pulled the rib or something. I couldn't I couldn't laugh.
I'm not sure you know how anatomy works. I just would like to circle back to that.
Yes.
The rib is a bone.
Yeah,
it's not a muscle.
Something happened on the side, and I was like, I'm done with yoga. I'm done.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I am too, but I'm not entirely sure because I don't know all the yoga poses.
Yeah.
Because when I shut down, I do wind up in a position.
Okay.
The fetal position.
That's
is this a yoga pose? Does anybody know? Because if it is, then, a thumb-sucking fetal position curled up on the floor is yoga, then
yes.
Checks out.
I could just see, there's a room, there's a mirror up front, the instructor's walking around, she's like, all right, everyone get in the fetal? It's like, yes, I love when we do the fetal. All right, I want you to think about all the bills you owe.
Pineapple.
Pineapple.
Neither a pine nor an apple.
Discuss. Right, why did we get pineapple?
The chat just lit up. I've been waiting for someone to ask.
No, we're even close to looking like an apple.
Or a pine.
What
is this? Wait, does it look like a pine? No, I'm second guessing.
I don't think so.
Know. Like a pine cone?
Maybe a pine cone. But you're still not, how are you getting the apple? All right.
I'm so glad we had this discussion.
Yeah.
I am nowhere near as like grouchy about the pineapple.
That's right. I think it's a good message. Log out. Shut down.
Log out.
Log out.
Shut down.
There's another guy he's got his chainsaw, and he's about to, and he hears, oh, okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Shut her down.
Shut her down.
Shut her down.
Shut her down. I guess I'll go join that painting class I've been wanting to join.
No, he's got to do yoga according to the calendar.
He's got to do yoga. Just a room full of lumberjacks doing yoga in Anchorage, Alaska.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, that checks out.
That checks
I
out.
feel like we got a reality TV show coming your way. Lumberjack yoga.
Lumberjack.
Okay.
Oh, man.
All right, then we have another calendar, though,
That's
that I do enjoy because it gives us a way to celebrate.
Yep.
And celebrating is good.
That's right.
Yeah, I've been saying that you can't rejoice unless you have joy.
That's right.
So if you have joy, you ought to share joy, and then you can rejoice in it. You know, like the Philippians 4 says, rejoice in the Lord always. I'll say it again, rejoice. So I'm all about celebrating and finding joy and whatever and sharing that so people can rejoice.
I'll say it again.
Rejoice.
Rejoice.
That's right. So this calendar gives us a reason to celebrate. Today's reason is it's National Drop Everything and Read Day.
Drop everything.
And read.
And read.
Drop everything.
You had that list prepared, but it's nope.
No, read day.
Those kids can feed themselves. You get it.
Drop that.
Drop them.
You know, thinking about this, it says drop everything.
Drop everything.
I know we struggle as a people with literal and figurative language.
Yeah.
I mean, that's quite obvious. Is people literally say literally all the time.
Literally, they do.
Did you see what I just did there?
I did. I did. It was good.
Yeah.
It was really good.
That was an example.
I know.
Of how that is wrong. Like your mustache is literally the creepiest thing I've ever seen. No, that one checks out. That holds water. But so drop everything. Does it mean really like literally? Like
Right.
are there some things that perhaps maybe hold on and read?
Right. Like, you can read and also have your cup of coffee.
So you don't have to drop the cup of coffee.
You don't have to drop the cup of coffee.
Well, that could cause a burn.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yep.
What else?
I mean, if you're holding a baby.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
What I would say is set down the baby and read day. I feel like we need to maybe
Gently place the child.
The child. Yeah, if you've got your dog, they're not like cats.
Oh yeah, dogs aren't always nimble.
Yes, they can't figure it out fast enough.
I saw Griswold one time jump out of our trampoline. He was up there and he jumped out, misjudged the landing, head first, flat part of his head into the dirt, and he went straight up, like headstand, and all the way over onto his back, and we all just went. And he pops up.
All right.
Nailed it.
No, we're good.
Yeah, let's go. Let's do it again. Yeah, right on. Yeah. So babies.
Babies, yeah.
I mean, babies are. I would say on the whole spectrum of things that's on it.
Yeah.
Some people might have just went like, yeah, that's a great example, Drew.
Yeah.
But babies are resilient.
Yeah.
You know, they bouncing baby boy.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. I think what they mean is like drop everything by way of plans. Like, I think they mean it more figuratively, like, hey, just drop everything. Pick up that book that's been on your shelf for 15 years that you've never even picked up. Read it.
Okay.
I think it's maybe what it is.
Okay.
But.
Just word of warning, caution,
Yeah.
because we are a responsible show.
Yes.
Okay, like a little PSA right here. It is drop everything and read day, but it is figurative. So like, for instance, if you are working in a lab with a contagion,
Yeah.
please don't drop everything and read.
Please. That's a great word.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you have a contagion that you're working with, please go ahead and set that down.
If you're working on COVID-20, could you not drop it? That's COVID 2.0.
2.0.
That's not funny.
That's not funny. And also, just because we're a responsible show, if you are, what are you doing? Stop. Okay, all right.
Yeah, if you are, let us know in the chat feature.
So we'll send that to the authorities right away.
Yeah, no, we want to send you a thank you note, so include your address.
Include your address, social security number.
Yeah.
We want to shut that down.
Alrighty.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, drop everything and read.
Yeah.
Pick up a book.
We do read. Mm-hmm. Well, a lot of times people are like, oh, people don't read anymore. That is not true.
No.
May not be books, but we read more today by far. I mean, by far than anybody would have ever imagined the amount of content that we read every day.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah. It is interesting if I thought through like all the ways in which I have access to written things. I do read a lot. Yeah, like
it's
on your phone and
no
on
joke.
the computer and yeah.
I've seen studies that I wish I would have memorized some of the data on it, but like comparing today to 100 years ago, in the amount of words the average person reads in a day compared to 100 years ago, it was like mind-blowing.
Wow.
How staggering the number is today compared to 150, 25 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. For me, there's so many conspiracies out there. I got to keep up. So I do a lot of reading.
Yeah, it takes a lot to feed that beast.
To feed. It's like, oh man.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I read a lot, which is why I dominate Trivial Pursuit.
Here we go.
That's right. I'm feeling it. Feeling it, Drew. We're going to play a little Trivial Pursuit today. I want some Pop Rocks from a Fun Dip box. I'm thinking about going a little more vulnerable in the jingle.
Okay.
I don't know. You want to see how it checks out?
Yeah.
I want some Pop Rocks from a Fun Dip box.
Yeah, you got to kind of like crack it a little. Yeah, here.
Well, I don't want to be too good.
Yeah.
Too polished.
Right.
I'm making Ariana look bad. I know that. I'm trying to bring it down.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you can have some Pop Rocks from a Fun Dip box. If you get all 6 questions right on Trivial Pursuit, you can't win if you don't play.
You got to play.
You got to play. So make a guess at all 6. I'm going to guess at all 6. We'll do our best. We have the original 1981 edition of the classic board game Trivial Pursuit and the 40th anniversary edition. Oldest cards, newest cards, dealer's choice. The Drewsker.
Going new.
Goes Newsker.
Going new.
Newsker from the Drewsker.
Newsker from the Drewsker.
Hot off the presses.
Blue.
Geography.
Which Canadian city hosts the Carabana Festival, a Caribbean island celebration that boasts the longest one-day parade in North America? Canadian city hosts the Carabana Festival? Am I saying this correct?
Is it Carabana?
C-A-R-I, Caribana Festival.
Oh, that changes everything.
Let's go with that. Caribbean island celebration that boasts the longest one-day parade in North America.
So a Canadian city.
Canadian city.
Is there more than one city in Canada?
Just think there's that one.
Okay. All right. This is kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Caribbean celebration, a whole week.
Right. And
Parade?
The longest one-day parade.
Longest one-day parade. I will go with Montreal.
Final answer?
Quebec? Is that a city? Is that a province? I don't know. Toronto.
Final answer?
Toronto is my final
it
answer.
is. Yes, it is. It has more. Listen to this. More than 10,000 costumed marchers.
Okay.
In the parade. That's a lot.
Toronto.
Pink.
Pink Entertainment.
Which Hitchcock film was the first American movie to show a toilet on the big screen and allow the audience to hear it flush? Hitchcock film, first American movie to show a toilet on the big screen and allowed the audience to hear it flush.
Okay. Wow. Okay, so flush toilet, you get the Vertigo? No, that's not it. I don't think. The Birds. I don't remember any bathroom scenes there. This was a big thing. Mm-hmm. Like the Rolling Stones put a toilet on an album cover, and they had to redo the album cover.
Oh,
in the
really?
US. Yeah, because they didn't show that in the 60s. It's
That's
weird.
wild.
It's pure guess. Psycho is my guess.
Psycho's correct. Crazy, right? That's what it says. Crazy, right?
Crazy, right?
Psycho. Yellow.
Yellow history.
Okay. What was the last of the primary or secondary colors to be named? What was the last of the primary or secondary colors to be named?
Seriously?
Seriously, the question.
The last to be named?
Last to be named.
How do we know this? Last or prime? Okay. I'm gonna go with orange. Aren't you glad that wasn't my final answer?
Yeah.
I was just messing with you there. Purple.
Final answer?
Primary or secondary colors?
There it is.
Is it not a secondary color?
I think it is.
I thought it was.
Yeah.
No, my actual, for real, final answer. This is where I'm going. Right here is yellow.
It's blue. Blue. Ancient people didn't have a word for it.
For blue?
For blue. For the sky. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, when you said that blew my mind.
It blew my mind.
There you go.
What?
Stupid.
All right. Purple.
Purple. Not the last primary or secondary color name. What is art and literature?
Real quick, okay, never mind. Now I got questions. Yes. Which author penned books about life on the Mississippi from his house in Connecticut, far from Missouri? I think we got one of his books over here. Author.
I think my favorite book of this author is A Connecticut Yankee in King Arthur's Court. If it's the author, I think it is. It's a time travel book.
Is it really?
I do love me some time travel.
He wrote a time travel book.
It's really cool. Yeah. Mark Twain.
That's right.
Samuel Longhorn Clemens.
That's right. Yep. Wrote about Huckleberry Finn and Tom Sawyer there.
Yeah.
But he's in Connecticut writing about Missouri. Because he grew up there, I guess, right? Is that what? I don't know. Green?
Green. Science and Nature.
Okay. What is the name of the first active communication satellite that made transatlantic chit-chat possible? The name of the first active communications satellite that made transatlantic chit-chat possible.
Man, I can only think of one satellite.
Communications.
Communications.
Sending the message.
Yeah. And this is not it.
I doubt this is in this book.
I have no idea. I mean, I think when you say it, I'll remember, maybe. Sputnik.
Telstar.
Telstar, there it is.
Telstar.
I did know.
Okay.
Yep.
Its launch in 1962 marked the dawn of a new era in communications technology. Okay. Orange.
Orange, Sports and Leisure.
Ooh. What's the name of the peasant stew that Julia Child cooked on the first episode of her PBS TV show, The French Chef, in 1963? Julia Child, peasant stew. She cooked on the first episode of her show, The French Chef, in 1963.
I'm naming the peasant stew.
The name of the dish, the peasant stew.
That feels like a good name.
It's French, and boy howdy. That is a tough word.
Pepe Le Pew. I have no idea.
Boeuf bourguignon. How do you say it? I don't know. How do you say that?
I don't know. I'm not looking at it.
Okay. Boeuf bourguignon. Bourguignon. I don't know. The peasant stew.
Yeah, you didn't read that like Julia Child.
I didn't read that one. No, I'm sorry. That's a bad Julia Child.
She had a better mustache than you. I don't know if that's true. I couldn't tell you what Julia Child looked like. So if there was like, hey, back off.
Yep.
And do a little every day with Jesus.
Every day.
If you got all 6 right, let us know. We'll send you congratulatory pop rocks from a fun dip box.
Yep.
With a nasty note.
Definitely nasty note.
Saucy. Okay. Thought for the day. There is nothing sicker than the clamoring for power and position that happens among Christians. Humble yourself and serve one another. Word. And then John 13:14. Now that I, your Lord and teacher, have washed your feet, you also should wash one another's feet. Oof. Anytime you find the clamoring for power and position, man, we have lost our way. Trying to get the upper hand.
Yep.
Trying to dominate, keeping score.
Yep.
trying to manipulate.
Subvert, go around.
Oh boy, yeah.
Yep.
Hide things, not bring things to light.
Yep.
Instead, wash one another's feet. Serve one another.
Serve one
And
another.
this beautiful identity that we have in Jesus. There's no reason. All authority is His. So when we are firm and secure in who He declares that we are, then there is zero reason to, try to get anything else.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Powerful. Sweet.
That's a good word right there.
That's fun, Drewsker.
Yep.
This is the day. We'll catch you tomorrow.